Hello. I'd like to talk a little bit about the instructional design model that I used, the Addie model. For those of you that don't know, Addie stands for Analysis, Design, Development, Implementation, and Evaluation. I read on instructionaldesign.org that the Addie model is the generic process traditionally used by instructional designers and training developers. The five phases represent a dynamic, flexible guideline for building effective training and performance support tools. And that fits perfectly with my class. I teach in a life skills setting with students who are ages 18 to 21, whose main goal and main priority is to gain skills to transition to the post-high school life, whether that be employment, whether that be working in a sheltered workshop, something to help them be a functional member of society. So without further ado, I'll just kick off kind of my process in the analysis phase. The goal of my class in general is to prepare students for employment and living after high school. My redesign is focused directly on the employment aspect. We do a lot of on-the-job training, and most of the learning we do is by doing. With that being known, I wanted to try something different. I decided to create a more traditional approach with different lessons for different times. It will also force me and the students to explore and use our new Chromebooks because we're going one-to-one in the fall. My hope is that the curriculum that I have chosen is beneficial for the students. I'm also hoping that the use of the Chromebooks may harness some independence and ownership on their own learning. I decided to do a Google form and send it to parents to find out what they want their student to work on the most in terms of employment. What skills they want to gain. Do they want to build a resume? Do they want to work on hard and soft skills? Do they want to just get their student ready for a sheltered workshop? I took those results and transitioned into the design portion. I will specifically be looking at gaining job skills in the design portion, creating their own resume, going through the interview process, identifying hard and soft skills, among other things. I will use insert learning through our Chromebooks to include comprehension questions for each set of lessons. The lessons were designed on Next Up, a job preparation program. Some students may work on their own, while others will need the help of one-to-one assistance. Some students will be able to expand more on each lessons, and all of the lessons on Next Up are aimed at gaining work and job skills. The largest focus that we're going to have on this design is the building a resume. This is going to be an entire semester course, and building a video resume that will be able to follow the students will be really important for them, and it's something new and exciting for them that they can do. The second D, development. I will continually edit the question types that I insert within the curriculum. I will also build on each lesson outside of the computer. We will continue to go on our job tours. I will introduce virtual job tours, and hopefully some practice interviews for the students. Creating a video resume for the students to have and use in future job interviews. One area that I didn't consider in terms of development, but I did after I practiced, was instructional time for my paraprofessionals. The 3 other adults in my room need to be comfortable navigating the curriculum and need to be able to help the students without me right there. So I will need to set aside time to educate them on the direction we will go with the new course design. Implementation. Full implementation will take place next school year when I am given my new class to teach. The hope is that it blends well with the more constructivist approach that I use the majority of the day. It will be a slow process in the beginning because of the students' level of functioning with computers and Chromebooks. In the beginning, I will focus on the excitement on using the Chromebooks, as this will be the first year they will have them. Following that, I will connect each lesson with a job tour or a task that we do in school. Making the connections from lessons to life will be crucial for my students. Evaluation. The evaluation phase is never ending. Because all of my students are so individualized and each year it'll be different, I'll continue to send out the Google form to parents to know what they want to focus on more. I will evaluate the success daily when I am making the connections from lesson to life. I will continually check to make sure using the Chromebooks is the best thing for my students. I want this to be new and fun, but I also want it to be functional. So monitoring my students' process will be very important. I can admit easily that there are things on the